So we're back and I am off. We're going to go to Walmart in the city of Castroville. I noticed that there's two different routes. One route actually takes me back into a neighborhood section here without getting onto the main road. Just takes me into an arbitrary block just to go down that block and then get back to the main road that I could have just stayed on. So right now, to bypass that, I am actually selecting an alternate route that doesn't give that option to go through the neighborhood. And at the very last moment, I'm going to go ahead and end that trip, and I will re-engage with the appropriate route that I want to take. So I am seeing here whether I can start self-driving in my parking garage. My Model Y is right there, seeing whether or not it will avoid my Model Y. So I'm going to be pretty alert here, hopefully. So let's get into it. Okay, doing a great job. Doing a great job of getting off to the right and completely avoiding it, putting its turning signal, closing my garage door there. Alright, good job. So far so good. Let's see how this drive goes. It is almost 10 in the morning.
Turn left onto
a little more traffic out on the road. Again, I'm going to be disengaging or ending the trip and then rerouting on the fly. You notice right there the traffic, the vehicle ended up passing by. Right here in this section, there is a fence. I don't see, there's no line of sight here to the left. I hope it notices that. That's scary. I don't know if I'm going to be using it often from the word go here. So, because I'm just worried about that getting a little too close to this truck for my liking. But it is what it is. And I added the Walmart to my favorites, so I can go ahead and on the fly reroute quickly. So you'll notice right here we've always had a little bit of herky-jerky movement. Let's see if it does it. It slows down well enough. Didn't do it there. So normally it would want me to turn here with the route that was selected. It bypassed that. I'm going to end that trip. I'm going to go ahead and reroute, and I'm going to select my location, and let's see, it's going to be taking me the way that I want to go, getting back into this right lane. So that's something that I'm going to have to do going forward. Not necessarily liking that option. Look right here. We're right here behind the stop sign. There are plenty of trees. You can't clearly see it. Look, there's a vehicle that's coming. Alright, so it went forward and ended up automatically stopping. I would have appreciated it to stop right here. There's a vehicle coming directly behind us. I hope it notices that and picks up speed. Do not impair how quickly that truck was coming. It did an okay job, adequate job. Got a new gas station coming by, yellow, and it immediately put on the brakes. It chose not to go. So here we are. I don't know if I'm going to keep it on standard, if I'm going to put it on Mad Max. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put it back in Mad Max. Taking off here. The speed limit is 55. Gets up to speed nicely. Gets up to the posted speed nicely. And just in general, a lot more confident from the word go at coming from a full stop. And 5 miles over the speed limit here. We've got this Escalade, I think, or not, this GMC Yukon creeping up a little bit. We are at 68 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone. We are well ahead of that truck that was behind us at the stop sign. So I'm guessing that's part of the reason as to why Mad Max wants to stay at that speed. Oh, 70 and a 65. It's keeping its keeping its virtual foot on the throttle. Not afraid of these bumps along the road, of these dips, of these potholes. Oh, you know what? There's actually a lot more potholes on this road further up. I wonder how it does avoiding potholes. I should have taken note. I ended up taking a trip down to Castroville before, and I went through a section that I never do because, again, busier stretch of the routes, of the 2 available routes that I have to get there, and there's also quite a bit of potholes, but I didn't care to, or didn't even notice whether I was avoiding potholes going down that stretch or not. There's supposed to be better pothole avoidance here with this FSD 14.1.4. 75 and a 65 going 10 miles over the speed limit. Not for long. We're going to catch up to this traffic ahead of us pretty quickly. Getting an alert, but didn't go off on my phone. Oh, just saying that my order is ready for pickup. Nothing bad. If there were items out of stock, that would have been the end of the world. And the kiddos some pizzas. That's a complaint right there altogether. A whole different complaint altogether, but a complaint nonetheless that I'm going to be bringing up right here. These are the Muses part of Muses and Notes. I'll give you the notes along with the Muse. You know what grinds my gears? What grinds my gears is that for the longest time, for quite a while, we used to, we have a Sam's Club membership. Sam's Club used to carry DiGiorno pizzas, and that was our go-to. Oh wow, herky jerky. Okay, 65 mile an hour speed limit. There's some construction right here. There used to be a sign, and I don't think it's here any longer, which would be fantastic, that dropped the speed limit of 45, although there are some, you know, pylons here, construction wall pylon, and you can see it does not request, or there is not a posted reduction in speed to 45, so I'm glad that's done with, because I had the darndest time going from a posted 65 mile an hour speed zone to 45 and then getting back to 65 mile an hour was an impossibility. It kept me at 45. It kept me in check. So here we are. But anyway, that's great. I'm glad that I'm able to just cruise along at 65 mile an hour with no issues. Alrighty. But back to my grievance there with the good folks at Sam's Club. So Sam's Club was the preferred destination for DiGiorno's pizza. Naturally, they were less expensive in bulk, right? You get 2 pizzas for a fair price. Don't even ask me what that fair price, because it's gone up quite a bit, considerably over the course of the years. But for a fair price, or a better price than you would at your local supermarket, right? So from one day to another, it appeared that Sam's Club decided, you know what, we're not going to contract with the folks at DiGiorno's, and we're not going to carry those pizzas, right? Walmart still carried them. I mean, Sam's Club and Walmart, they're essentially the same company, right? But I didn't quite understand why Sam's Club would not carry a DiGiorno's while Walmart would carry a DiGiorno pizza. I mean, it is what it is. I guess there's a contract in place with that distributor for Walmart that far extended the contract that was in place at Sam's Club. So I mean, I guess, right, the rationale is right there, but still, it was just that really grinded my gears. But I'm happy to report that as of today, I was able to purchase, well, actually yesterday and picked up today, able to purchase a stuffed crust 2-pack DiGiorno pizza at Sam's Club. No other options for DiGiorno's pizza are available at this present moment, but that's a start. And I have to believe that the other varieties of pizza, whether it be wood fire, whether it be classic crust, we have a bike here, bicycle there, and did a good job of avoiding that. Again, whether it be wood fire, whether it be stuffed crust, whether it be classic crust, whether it be rising crust, whether it be 3 meat, and the whole gamut of available pizzas that DiGiorno's offers, I hope will be available once again at our local Sam's Club, or distributed again and sold again via Sam's Club. Times are tough. The economy. Every little bit helps. Back to the real focus of this video. Doing good. Still in Mad Max. Not much you can do whenever we're behind a few vehicles. And attempted to test out passing lanes, because there's plenty of passing lanes here, but going against opposite traffic. You can pass the vehicle in front of you so long as it's safe to do so in certain sections here. FSD 14.1.4 is not recognizing that ability. I try to force the vehicle to get out of the lane and try to pass up a vehicle, a slow-moving truck that was hauling an ATV or, I don't know, a golf cart yesterday. Didn't budge, didn't move, canceled out that request, and kept along its way. Speed limit is slowing down to 45 miles an hour. We're going to get to the intersection. We're going to be making a left. I'm curious to see whether or not it passes up some vehicles that'll have the opportunity of doing so, and if it does, how quickly in this Mad Max mode, because after this turn there's about 2-3 miles till we reach our destination. Curious again as to what parking space it's going to select. During the nighttime hours, it selected a parking space reserved for the first responders. Had to get out of that one quickly. Getting into our left lane.
Now turn left onto US Highway 90 East.
And here we may have an opportunity, we may not. I don't know. There's a little Kia Spectra that's going quite slow. That Ford Explorer got in the opposite lane, maybe wanting to pass it up. Maybe going slower. I don't know. Posted speed limit of 40. I don't feel like we're going to pass up anybody. There's not going to be enough room to do so. Everybody's going slow today. And then we have half a mile to get to our turn. Highly doubt there will be an opportunity to pass. No. Bring it down to standard just to be safe. Signal, we got some bike riders here. Motorcycle. Haha. That was not good. It decided to get into the left lane, and then for whatever unusual reason, ended up veering right just to get back into the left lane. So that was quite strange. Here we are, protected turn. Patched up whatever they were working on here. We have a new subdivision, and what would be the start of a shopping center. Right over here are the curbside reserved spots. Not going there.
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Gonna make a right here. I'm willing to bet it's gonna get back in that same exact spot. This is the exact route, the exact location that it ended up taking. Alright, sees a spot here. I wonder if, yeah, okay. So it's picking a good spot, going head first. Alright, that did that. So now, here we are. I'm gonna start it just so I can disengage. I want to just get out of the parking spot, see how it does. And again, you notice there it wasn't the most centered parking ever. Oh, let's see if it has enough clearance. It does not have enough clearance. Oh, that is fun. That is fun stuff. Alright. See how it does here. I'm getting out. I'm not liking it. I'm not trusting it. I'm not trusting it in these situations. No siree. Alrighty.